In this tutorial, I'll show you how to model the Super Mario coin in Blender. Let's set up the scene. Press A to select all objects in the scene, then press X to delete them. In the Scene Properties tab, open Units, then set the unit length to millimeters. Let's create the edge of the coin. Press Shift+A to add, go to Mesh, and choose Circle. In the bottom left corner, expand the Edge Circle panel, set segments to 32 and the radius to 100 millimeters. Now let's create the rim. Press Tab to go to Edit Mode, then press Shift+A to add another mesh circle and set the radius to 75 millimeters. Since this is a symmetric object, select half of it, then press X to delete the vertices. Let's create the device. Select this top vertex, press Shift+D to duplicate it, Y to lock the axis, type -20 and hit Enter to confirm. This duplicates and moves the vertex -20 millimeters on the Y-axis, without creating an edge between them. Select this bottom vertex, press Shift+D to duplicate it, Y to lock the axis, type 20 and hit Enter. Select both vertices, then press E to extrude, X to lock the axis, type -15 and hit Enter. Now press F to create a new edge, then press Shift plus Ctrl plus B for vertex bevel. Type 3 for a 3mm bevel, press numpad plus to increase segments to 2 and hit Enter. Now we need to connect these loops together, but they have different amount of edges. Currently, the rim loop has 16 edges, while the device loop has 7, so we need 9 cuts. Hover the mouse over this edge, press Ctrl plus R for loop cut, type 9 and hit Enter. Now that all 3 loops have 16 edges, we can connect them easily. Hold Alt and left click to select the first edge loop. Then Shift plus Alt plus left click to select the second. Press Ctrl plus Z to open the edge menu and select Bridge Edge Loops. Repeat the same steps between the rim and the edge of the coin. Next, we need to duplicate and mirror these faces. A quick way is to press A to select all, F3 to open the menu search and search for Symmetrize. When it's highlighted, press Enter to apply and make sure the direction is set to -X to +X. To finish the base mesh, let's fill these inside faces. Select the device edge loop and press F to create a new face. Press I to inset, type 2 for a 2mm thickness and hit Enter to confirm. To create quads on this face, press F3, search for Grid Fill and press Enter when highlighted. As you can see, with face orientation enabled, the red color indicates inverted normals. To fix this, press A to select all, Shift plus N to recalculate normals, and check the inside box. With the base mesh ready and the normals facing the right direction, we can finish the coin. Since the coin's thickness should be 35 millimeters, let's extrude half of that. With all faces selected, press E to extrude, type 17.5 and hit Enter to confirm. For the rim, 7 millimeters will be enough. Press Ctrl plus numpad minus to select less, then E to extrude, type -7 and hit Enter. For the device, 10 millimeters will be enough. Press Ctrl plus numpad minus to select less, then E to extrude, type -10 and hit Enter. Since we are going to add a mirror modifier, let's delete the bottom faces. Press Ctrl plus numpad plus 4 times to select more, Ctrl plus I to invert selection, then X to delete the faces. Next, because we'll add a subdivision surface modifier, let's crease some edges so they remain sharp. Press 2 to enable edge selection. Select these 5 loops, press Shift plus E to crease, type 1 and hit Enter. Now let's bevel some corners. For the device, a 2mm bevel will be enough. Select the loop, press Ctrl plus B to bevel, type 2 and hit Enter. For the rim, a 3mm bevel will be enough. Select both loops, press Ctrl plus B to bevel, type 3 and hit Enter. The mesh is ready. We just need a few modifiers to finish this project. The first one is the mirror modifier. In the Modifiers tab, click Add Modifier, Go to Generate, add a mirror modifier, and set the axis to Z. In front view, if we enable X-ray and zoom in, we can see the modifiers merging some faces. To fix this, change the mirror modifier merge value to 0.1 mm. The second one is the subdivision surface modifier. In the viewport, press Ctrl+2 to add a level 2 subdivision surface modifier. The third one is smooth by angle. For this one, right-click and select Shade Auto Smooth. To rename, press F2 and call it Coin. Let's add a basic material. Press Z for shading and select Material Preview. In the Material Properties tab, add a new material and rename it Coin. For base color, set it to a bright yellow. For mine, I set the hue to 0.125, saturation to 1, and value to 1. Finally, set the metallic value to 1. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps the channel grow and let me know you enjoy this kind of content. And if you want more Blender tutorials and 3D projects, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.